Erin Moulton is getting to know her neighbors.
Sculptor Bradford.
Her very, very old neighbors.
Under every single stone, there is a story, right?
Erin digs up tales of the dead.
It could be a good story, it could be a sad story, it could be a really ugly story. You don't know until you start looking around. And I love discovering that kind of thing.
She's lured by unique stone engravings, offering clues about the person who lies beneath.
So this one had caught my eye because of the symbols at the top, and then I did a bunch of research on T.R. Roby.
Symbols identifying T.R. Roby as a member of the Independent Order of the Oddfellows. He lived from 1824 to 1903, buried in Forest Hill Cemetery. No one you'd know from history, just an ordinary tradesman who set up shop in Derry.
Every little detail about a person's life, no matter how ordinary, can feel like such a treasure to find.
Erin's discoveries provide a window into the past, not from the renowned, but from the obscure.
When we're in a small town, like a local cemetery is kind of a museum. It's a time capsule, right? So it shows the local history.
It takes a bit of detective work to fill in the blanks. As a genealogist, Erin knows how to follow a paper trail.
I want to find a name, a time, and a place, because those are my 3 clues for starting paper research, historical, genealogical research.
She shows you the necessary steps in her new book, The Beginner's Guide to Cemetery Sleuthing. Part workbook, part scavenger hunt. Novice gumshoes like me learn to solve graveyard mysteries.
I wanted people to be able to take a book and go to the cemetery and do the research to learn about their own local history, see what's in their own backyard.
Some grave markers offer just the bare bones.
Hattie L. Smith, November 10th, 1857 to December 18th, 1923. So at least there's a name and dates, right? And that's all we need.
Enough information to head to the Derry Public Library, where Erin works as a reference librarian.
There's always little gems there that you don't know are hiding there. And that's a great place to discover new things. So that's generally the path I take.
As we try to uncover the life of Hattie L. Smith, we start with a census.
Hattie L. Smith is tricky too, because it's a Smith. So we have to be careful. Luckily, she did use the L.
We check vital records, birth, marriage, and death certificates, newspaper archives, and there she is.
Born in Maine.
Oh, okay.
Divorced, 18, yeah. Milliner, occupation. She's renting her home in Derry at this time, 42 years old. Let's see why she divorced her husband. There's her divorce record is over
The
here.
gossipy part, right?
I know. I was like, what was this up to? Why did they part ways? Cause habitual drunkenness.
Hattie Smith took out ads for her hat shop in the Derry News. She moved to LA for a time, but came back to Derry, where she chose a modest gravestone to mark her final resting place.
So we really have to rely on the paper trail for her story, because we don't get any clues on the grave, really.
Others tell their life stories on their gravestones. This monument was erected for a mason who died in the 1700s. It goes into great detail.
How he died an excruciating death, but that he was very benevolent and good.
At first, Erin thought the gentleman may have been an apothecary, but after careful research found the tools engraved into the stone are all Masonic symbols: the compass and the square, the level and the plumb, the Constitution and the sword.
Every single detail on this stone tells us he was a Mason, and he was probably a Master Mason. This is one of the symbols of the Master Mason. It reminds the Masons to cement things together.
Then we discover something unusual. His year of death is incomplete.
The 617 blank, maybe 1700.
That's interesting. I wonder if
Right?
that's a mistake.
I kind of wonder if they
didn't know.
finish it.
Or they didn't finish it?
Maybe it went up before he passed away.
Deciphering symbols is key to the lives lived. Erin is curious about the girl buried here.
You can see that this is a rosebud, and usually when there's a rosebud and it's not fully opened, it's just a bud, it means something like a life is cut before bloom. We can see from her years, she died at the age of 18 in 1852.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Erin hopes others see cemeteries not as sad or spooky or scary, but as a peaceful place, teeming with life.
I do also think it's very much alive, which is what I love about it. It's like a place of discovery.